Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my favorites for the month of February. I'm a bit late, so let's start. So as you will see, had a lot of favorites this month. Again, I changed a lot the fragrances that I was wearing, and something that I don't do a lot. I was wearing a fragrance for during the day, and I used to change also for the evening and the night. So yes, I tried to select just a few ones, but still my favorite ones are a lot. I realize now that I've been wearing a lot of different fragrances this month, and these ones are only the ones that I've really enjoyed, so they are only my favorites. So you can imagine the number of fragrances that I've been wearing this month. So let's start. So the first one is a fragrance that I've been wearing a lot since I have it, and it is Iris Torréfié. So I believe I got it for December, and yes, I've been wearing it a lot, even if you don't see it really, but yes, I assure you I've been wearing it a lot. And yes, this fragrance for me is really a no-brainer, so maybe this is why when I don't know what to wear and I'm a bit in a hurry, this is the one that I choose, because I always know that I've been wearing, that I'll be smelling good with this one, that I really enjoy it, that it works well with my body chemistry, and it reminds me a lot of the Dior Homme range. Maybe, yeah, for sure, maybe, but because of the iris, the cardamom, and the coffee is not a note that I got a lot here. I have a sensation, let's say, of coffee, but I don't really know if this is a coffee note. But yeah, I really do enjoy that one. Works perfectly on my skin. I believe it would be nice also on a man. Yes, this is a great release for me. I know that not everybody was pleased with that one, because this is quite not as complicated, I would say, as the other ones from this range, but still, yeah, I love it. It works really well, and a real no-brainer for me. The next one, I've been wearing it a lot also at the beginning of the month, and it is La Petite Robe Noire Nectar. I reviewed it also on my channel, so you can check it if you want to have the full review of that. And yes, this beautiful sweet rose with almond, lots of almond and honey. And yeah, it works also perfectly well on me. It's quite sweet and strong. It's perfect for the cold weather. So the spring is coming here in France, but still it's a bit sunnier, but still really, really cold. So yeah, I enjoyed a lot cool, let's say, strong fragrances at the beginning of the month. And this was one of them. Yeah, I believe it's a really nice release. Really close to me to the EDP, but a bit stronger, and yeah, it really has the DNA of La Petite Robe Noire, but with honey and almond. So if it sounds interesting to you, yeah, I encourage you to try that one. Okay, the next one is another no-brainer for me, but really for work, and it is 1932 by Chanel. So that one is a great aldehydes fragrance with lots of pear and iris. It's really floral. It's really beautiful. It's quite sweet, but still not too sweet. Not as sweet as that one, sure, of course. Yeah, and this is really one that I like to wear when I'm going to work. Well, I work from home, but still, when I know that I'm gonna have lots of meetings, I need to have things done, and yeah, this is really one that put me in the mood for work. And this is, yes, really one that I enjoyed this month. Another one in the same spirit, I would say, is Musc Intense. So this one also really reminds me of a Chanel fragrance, but more, it reminds me more of number 22, because it's more on the aldehydes side. But yes, it really reminds me of vintage aldehydes, like number 22, but the EDT, with some rose and lots of pear on top of it. And it's really strong, it projects a lot. The longevity is really good also. I love the quality of these fragrances, of this brand. They're really good. So yeah, same thing. If it sounds interesting to you, I really encourage you to try that one. I believe it's my favorite one with the yeah, they have lots of fragrances that I love, but this is my favorite one. The next fragrance is a jasmine fragrance that I like to wear when the weather is quite cold, and it is a jasmine marzipan. Okay, I'm sorry for the fingerprints. These bottles here, they get dirty really easily, and this one I really enjoy it. I believe this is the only jasmine that I have that I prefer to wear when it's quite cold outside, so it's perfect for the beginning of spring to me, or end of summer, beginning of fall. And yes, it has this almond note that makes it really powdery. It's not gourmand to me. The almond here is not on the gourmand side, but really more on the powdery side. And it's powdery jasmine, really elegant, and like the other two, and they're really elegant, all of them. And yeah, this is really, I need to be in the mood and to have the right weather to enjoy that one. So this is not one that I'm wearing a lot, because I really need to have this perfect conditions to wear it. Otherwise, if the weather is too hot, I don't really like it. But this month it was perfect. It was the perfect time to wear it, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, really beautiful. Okay, the next fragrance is a fragrance that I've been wearing a lot at the end of the year, last year. And yes, it is a fragrance by Penhaligon's, and it is the Bewitching Yasmin. So the beginning of the month was really cold, and I was really craving for this kind of fragrance. And yeah, it was perfect. It worked really well at that moment. I really enjoyed the coffee and the cardamom note here, and yes, it has some oud behind, but the thing is that at the beginning you especially have the cardamom and the coffee, and the more the fragrance evolves on your skin, the more you get the oud and the smokiness of the fragrance, and the vanilla is what remain on my skin, and it's really, really beautiful. It's leans a little bit gourmand. I know that it has jasmine, but it is really not what I smell the most. The floral notes are really behind for me. It's not what I smell here. It's a beautiful, warm, cozy fragrance, smoky, elegant. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So for sure, at the beginning of the month, it was part of my favorites. Another Penhaligon's that I've been enjoying this month. So I would say a bit more for evening and cozy evening, let's say, for me, because this is a cozy fragrance. And it is Clandestine Clara. So this one was the first fragrance I fell in love with from Penhaligon's. And yes, have got a lot of rum here in the opening. Amber, rum, and vanilla. Some cinnamon, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, but for the evening, because also I noticed that, I don't know, usually I don't have an issue with this fragrance, but this month it was not lasting a lot, lasting really long on my skin. Yeah, which is a pity, because it's really beautiful fragrance. Usually I don't have this issue, I don't know, this month maybe I noticed that my skin is really dry, so maybe that's why. And yes, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, typically this is the kind of fragrance that I love. Boozy fragrance with vanilla, amber. Yeah, really beautiful. Okay, a new fragrance this month that was part of my favorite. I talked about it in my favorite orange blossom fragrances. And it is Merit. I don't really know how you pronounce Merit. Merit. From the collection Un Paseo por Madrid. And I believe I heard that you pronounce it Loewe. I hope it's it's okay. So this fragrance, yes, it was recommended on the Pica Fragrances channel and also on the Huéleme Mucho channel. So yes, this fragrance, yes, to me it's lots of passion fruit and grapefruit in the opening, really citrusy, a bit acidic in the opening, and then you get lots of floral, to me orange blossom and jasmine especially. And yes, the more the fragrance evolves on my skin, the less I get the passion fruit, which is okay for me because I like a little bit of fruitiness but not too much. So the opening is really, really fruity, but then it evolves to a more floral fragrance. And it is, yes, it's really beautiful orange blossom. I mean, in terms of quality, it's a really good quality fragrance. I really enjoy that. It's really nice. It's really different from what I have, and I really enjoy it. I detect a little bit of maybe vanilla behind, but yes, something in the background. But I really enjoy it. It's really beautiful. It's quite strong, project a lot. No issue with the longevity here. The only problem for me is I love the cap. The cap is really beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. If it's focusing, maybe not. Yes. But the problem for me is the bottle in itself, because it's too thin to, you know, to hold, and I'm always afraid to break my bottle, so I have to let it flat like that. So yeah, to me that's an issue. The next one for me is the Perfect Orange Blossom fragrance, and it's also spring in a bottle, and to me it is Mademoiselle Guerlain. So this is part of the Les Parisiennes collection. This is a fragrance that I love to wear for spring, so yes, for sure. I started wearing it this month. And yes, if you don't know it, it's really green in the opening, lots of galbanum and citrus. And then you get this beautiful iris violet combination, yeah, combo, with lots of orange blossom and this gourmand marshmallow note, and some vanilla in the background. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. It's a green, powdery, vanilla, orange blossom. I just love it. I love green fragrances and floral fragrances, so yeah, to me this is really perfection. I just love that one. So yes, I really enjoyed it this month. Okay, the next one, you know, I had a big crush on that fragrance and a big crush on that brand in general. I really enjoyed that collection, and it is by Olfactive Studio Violet Shot. So as you can see, I cracked for the 100 ml bottle, because the 15 ml bottle was already, let's say, yeah, getting empty too. Oh, I'm gonna go. What am I doing? Okay, the small bottle was getting empty too quickly for me, so yeah, I panicked and I grabbed the 100 ml bottle. Yeah, I really like these bottles. I think they are really, really nice. I like the leather, but the only problem for me is the, yes, as Murphy Girlie talked about it, the problem is when you spray the fragrance, I don't know, you press the let's say, see if I show you. Yeah, you press the sprayer, and the thing is that when you press that, the fragrance is almost dropping. Yeah, you almost drop the fragrance. So for me, this is the problem in the conception of the bottles, because yeah, for sure I don't want to drop that 100 ml bottle, and for that price, I think I'm gonna cry if I drop it. So I was thinking of maybe getting rid of this, because yeah, it's nice, but it's not really convenient. Still, the fragrance in itself is really beautiful. To me, it's maybe my perfect violet fragrance. I have a few violet fragrances that I really enjoy. Maybe I could make a video about that, but for sure this one is part of that. I love it so much. It's more about the violet leaves than the violet flower, let's say. It's really green in the opening, some citrus, and beautiful. The vanilla behind is just gorgeous. I love the vanilla behind. Yeah, it's like each note is complementing each other, completing each other, just to emphasize the violet. And yeah, to me it's such a gorgeous fragrance. I really love it. I tried some other from this brand, and they were all really beautiful. And yes, maybe I'm gonna talk about the other in another video, because I tried some other ones lately. And yes, this brand is gonna, it's gonna put a hole in my wallet. Okay, the next one is another of my favorite violet fragrance, and it is Missia by Chanel. Oh, yes, this one is so beautiful. I'm smelling the blotter at the same time. It's powdery. It smells like it's lipstick, cosmetics. This is really this kind of fragrance. with some iris. It's a bit fruity in the opening. It has, I love the rose violet combo here. It has the typical aldehydes from Chanel in the opening. Just a gorgeous fragrance. I love it so much. And yes, it worked perfectly well in that period. So it was part also of my favorites for the month of February. Okay, the next fragrance is a vanilla fragrance. I believe this is my favorite vanilla fragrance, and it is La Nuit de l'Orchidée by Pierre Guillaume. So this fragrance is, yeah, of course, lots of vanilla, but in the opening I have lots of depth, of darkness, I would say, lots of spices, and some smokiness. And the more the fragrance evolves, the more it's more about the vanilla and a little bit floral. But at the beginning it's more, yeah, dark. It's dark vanilla. And I just love that one. It's so comforting to me, but it has this darkness, this edge that I really enjoy in the vanilla fragrances, but without being too much, because sometimes, yes, if it's too spicy, I start sneezing, and yeah, my nose doesn't like it at all. But it's not the case here. The only thing is that it's more fragrance for you. I believe it doesn't project a lot. This is more something that is close to your skin, and the longevity is not really great, but I enjoyed the scent so much that I don't mind reapplying it, because I just love it so much. Yeah. And yeah, I wore it a lot, especially at the end of the month. Okay, another fragrance I fell in love with, and it was really a great surprise for me, because I didn't really expect that. And it is Tuberous Nuit by Tom Ford. What can I say? I just entered the boutique to smell it, to try it, and I tried it on paper, on the blotter. It was nice. I was surprised. I was really liking it, because Tuberous and me, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It's, you know, we got lots of creamy Tuberous lately on the market, and I really enjoy that kind of fragrance. They are really easy to wear and to love, but I enjoy them. And this one to me is more close to the Tuberous, in the sense that it's more the kind of Tuberous that I used to know, like a bit plasticky. Yeah, to me it's quite a plasticky Tuberous, but in a good sense. It's really well made. And on paper it was nice, but then I tried it on skin, and on my skin it's completely different. It becomes powdery. I have lots of powderiness on my skin, a bit peppery and powdery, and plasticky, but in a nice way, I would say. It becomes more and more warm and balmy, and it has lots of depth on my skin. I smelled the thread, I believe, a bit of wood, and especially the benzoin. The benzoin is a note that really works well on my skin, and it makes it almost tropical. Like it smells like I don't know if it's the tonka beans also that makes it like it smells a bit like vanilla. So on my skin, it's really different, but it's really nice. I really enjoyed that one. That was such a great surprise. I bought it at the end of the month, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So far, so good. Okay, we are almost at the end of my favorite fragrances, and yeah. So yes, that one is a fragrance that I got a sample of, and I fell in love with that brand. They have such great fragrances. This fragrance was really my favorite one, and it is Memory Motel. Sorry, Memory Motel. And by Une Nuit Nomade. And this is a beautiful tobacco, warm vanilla fragrance with a bit of leather. To me, it smells like freedom. This is strange to explain it like that, but it's like, okay, you take your car, you take a ride, you go to the coast, you walk on the beach, you with your feet on the sand, You come back after that to get a, I don't know, a hot bath. So yeah, this is really a cozy and warm fragrance. I enjoy it so much. It works really well on my skin. I love this kind of fragrance. This is a really beautiful one. Yeah. And this collection, I believe, Nuit à Montauk, is about, I believe, maybe a motel. This memory motel is a motel where the Rolling Stone used to go. And yeah, they have lots of nice pictures of the Rolling Stone with this, yeah, for the campaign of this fragrance. So I don't know. I don't really know what the story behind. Maybe I should check, but yeah, I don't know. This is such a nice fragrance. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. I believe I will still enjoy it for the, maybe more for colder spring days, but because this is quite warm and cozy. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of fragrance that I love. So yeah. And this is not the only one that I really enjoyed from this brand. Another one. So another one that I really enjoyed was Fleur de Fleur. So I bought the travel size. And this one is beautiful floral fragrance. Lots of ylang ylang, jasmine, really sweet and vanillic, let's say, in the background with the benzoin and the vanilla. And yeah, I believe it's gonna be a really beautiful one for spring and summer. Really, really nice. Yeah. And that brand, they have such a great collection of fragrances. It was really hard for me to choose because they have so many great other ones. Yeah, I really recommend you to try this brand if you have not yet. Okay, before talking my discovery of the month, sample that I wore a lot was Stairway to Heaven, and this fragrance, I believe I need a bottle of it. I just love it. I've been trying it for a while, saying, okay, do I really need it? But every time I've been wearing it, I just enjoy it so much. And when I smell it after that on my clothes, I'm like, okay, what was it? It's just so gorgeous. This fragrance is so unique. I have nothing to compare it to. You see, it's quite musky. It has lots of iris to me. I smell lots of aldehydes, iris, and musk. It's cozy and warm. It's like a blanket, you know, like a soft white blanket. And it's a bit fruity. It's so original. I've never smelled anything like that. It's really hard to describe. It has also some really beautiful vanilla in the background. It's really unique. I don't know any fragrance I could compare that to. But yeah, it's a comforting fragrance to me. Really well made, beautiful quality. I really like it. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna buy this one sooner or later. I really enjoy it. Then let's talk about the discoveries that I made this month. So I had a few discoveries. I tried the brand, if I can show you maybe I tried that brand. So this Paris Monte Carlo. This was on my list to try. And yes, I tried that one because I thought that, yeah, I heard many good things about this one. And yes, it's a really beautiful ylang fragrance. I really love it. Such a beauty. This is what I smell the most. So to me, it's really hard to smell anything else except ylang ylang and vanilla. I believe in the background there's lots of vanilla. I have something maybe a bit nutty like a cacao, but I have something like cacao. I don't know if there's cacao here. Yes, but it's so nice. Really beautiful. So this one also is on my I don't know list. Oh yes, and the one I really fell in love with, and I know that I want that one, is Mandarino, this Sicilia. Sorry. And the opening is so green. It's really, yeah, it's a green mandarin, orange. This is so well made. You really get the fruit, the juice of the fruit and the zest of the fruit. It's really bitter and acidic, I would say, but this is such a great composition. This is really well made. Yeah, there is something really green maybe petit grain, and I believe after that just a lot of mandarin. I don't smell anything else. Such a beauty. If you love citrus fragrances, I just recommend you to try that one. Honestly, I'm not a great fan of citrus. No, what am I saying? I love citrus fragrances, but I'm not a great fan of mandarin in general. But I tried that one. And, oh, seriously, it's so well made. I believe men and women are gonna really enjoy that one. Yes, it's really perfect, elegant, clean, beautiful citrus, fruity, beautiful. The next brand I've been wanting to try for a while is Ubigon. And the first one that I tried, I believe maybe it's their newest release, it's Label Saison. So I really like the packaging of this sample. I believe it's supposed to smell like mimosa, and of course, yeah, it smells like mimosa. This is not a note that I'm really fond of, but here it's so well made. It's really beautiful. It's really soft and gentle. You know, mimosa sometimes can have a little bit of animalic note maybe behind for me. Like, this is really hard to describe. A little bit of leather vibe to me. A little bit animalic. But it's not the case here. It's really beautiful, floral, soft. So I smell mimosa, but also lots of orange blossom and maybe lily of the valley. So these are the notes that I get the most here. And yeah, it's really well blended, soft, inoffensive, elegant, feminine. It's really beautiful fragrance. Yeah, I really like it. It's really tender. It has some tenderness. Yeah, that's one that I really enjoyed. And then the other one that I tried, of course, by this brand is the well-known Quelques Fleurs. Yeah, l'original. So yeah, they call it now l'original, but I believe that the formulation has changed in the meantime, because this is an old fragrance. And yes, I was stunned. This is such a beautiful floral fragrance. Really like old school, yeah, old school floral fragrance. One that maybe quite mature, maybe that your grandma would love to wear. But yeah, if all the grandma would smell like that, I'd love it. This is really beautiful. It's really green in the opening, and I love green openings, but green and a bit soapy, you know, like a really expensive soap. Green and citrusy. Yeah, I believe it has lots of flowers. I smell rose, orange blossom, jasmine. I'm wondering if it doesn't have lily of the valley also. I smell a bit of violet also. I believe it has iris. It has a little bit of something, a little bit animalic. I smell now on paper. I didn't smell at first when I tried it. It is so beautiful. Like the kind of fragrance you made, I don't know if 20, 40 years ago. Wow. This is so nice. I really like it. This is something I believe I may buy a small bottle of it. I believe they have 50 ml or 30 ml, because this is quite expensive, but it smells like a beautiful, rich soap to me. Yeah, really nice. I'm really happy I tried that one. If you haven't, yes, and you love florals, I really encourage you to try that brand. It's just, I've tried many from this brand now, maybe all of them, but these are my favorite ones. Le Boudoir also was a good one, but these two are my favorite ones. And another brand that I tried also this month is Orsay Le Grand. Yeah, then I tried a bit more, let's say, because already, sorry, I'm lacking of some space here. Yeah, and I really like the box that they make for their samples. Really fancy, right? And I already have a fragrance from them, Le Régent, that I really enjoyed. It reminds me of my childhood and the smell of dolls when I was a kid. Yes, and they put the samples like this. So I really enjoyed the one that I tried. To be honest, there is not one that I enjoy more than another one because they are all really good. So the ones that I tried are Villa Limpia. So I believe this one is maybe, if I had to choose a favorite one, maybe this would be that one. It's another mimosa fragrance, but like a salty mimosa. And the other one that I really enjoyed was, who was it? Jardin d'Armide. Because to me it has a beautiful violet note in that one. So yeah, these two I really enjoyed. And yes, I think I would like to try more of these fragrances. I like the presentation also, it's really beautiful. Sorry, I'm lacking space to show you everything, but yeah, the presentation, the bottles, the story, yeah. So these are a few of the fragrances. Yeah, this one also, Déjà le Printemps, was really nice. It really reminded me of, I don't know, you're sitting in a park and the grass has just been, someone has mown the lawn, you say it like that, yeah. And yeah, it smells like cut grass with, I don't know, some narcissus behind. I don't know if there's narcissus, but it's a really green fragrance, you know. I feel like I'm having a picnic in the middle of daffodils and sitting in the grass, and this is really beautiful. Yes, we say trèfle. Yeah, it smells a lot like trèfle. I don't remember the cloves. Sorry, and lots of cloves also in that fragrance. If you love green fragrances, it's a really good one. And if you love vintage fragrances, I just encourage you to try that brand. Okay, that's it. We're finished. Yeah. I hope this one was not too long. Voilà. Tell me what were your favorites for the month of February. And yes, I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye.